Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he's got it. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Gets into space at the 50. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The Buckeyes have first and 10 here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Well, this just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaks loose at the 45. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards to keep this drive alive.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
What a great throw here by the quarterback from Virginia Tech to be able to pick up the first down. He was able to make the right read. Nice route by the receiver. Puts the ball right on the money, and they're able to move the sticks.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He finds the running back in the flat. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Hokies are in the red zone now. The quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to extend the play. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. And he'll set up to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And that one is no good. With that miss, no change in the score.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Powers through the tackle. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down.
Boy, it's a beautiful run here for the 1st down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Trucks through the defender. And that run produces a decent gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Try and muscle for the 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's looking to scramble. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass here on second down. Bringing pressure. Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
The Hokies will line up to punt it away. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. The back's got it. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Catch made on the out route. They can't stop him.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
First down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Now it's second down here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's a touchdown, but hold on here. We have a flag down. Let's check what that's about. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now they'll run it on the draw. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
How about this run here by this Virginia Tech running back to be able to pick up this first down? And, man, they've had a lot of speed over the years in that backfield at Lane Stadium. Kevin Jones and David Wilson and Lee Suggs. And now we're seeing this young man today being able to run the football very similar fashion.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback.
It's a fake punt, now looking to throw. The pass is caught off the fake, but can he get there?
Well, I love the call here, and it's going to come up short, but I think we've got to give all the credit to the punt return team. They were not fooled at all. Great job having a head on a swivel to keep them short of that first down.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll run it from the gun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now, and he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Look out, he's got some space.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. No huddle here for the offense.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking me downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They make the stop, but a big gain puts them in enemy territory. Ball spotted at the 48. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Boy, what an accurate throw here by this Virginia Tech quarterback. And you and I over the years have seen a lot of great quarterback play when it comes to throwing the football. Michael Vick, of course, could make those throws. Tyrod Taylor.
The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looks to the left, pass caught. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Here's the second down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Pass hauled in near the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the extra point was up and good. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. The sure hands. It's Gomez. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
And completion makes it second and short. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Slides down to avoid the tackle. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. The Hokies will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. Defense not pressing this time. As the first down is still going. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to plus 40. Big guys up one, line up. It's first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Important second down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. The defense with more pre-snap movement. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Hokies will have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Running out of time in the pocket. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. The Miners going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to begin the 2nd half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. And he's brought down, but it's a 1st down spotted near the 41.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. First down. Looking to throw the football. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Hands off to the left. No shot to bring him down. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Buckeyes come to the line with 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The junior able to bring him down quickly. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Third down and goal. Crucial play coming up. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. No problem, knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Takes the handoff again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Quarterback still with the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Hokies will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. And he drops back in the gun, looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Extra point good. They trail now 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? It tests the middle but gets stuck. That one goes nowhere.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pass caught. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Makes a quick catch. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. An inside give now from the shotgun. No, he didn't make it. He's going to be tackled short of the marker. A huge stop by this defense on fourth down. They get the football back here in this tight game. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal was obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down and goal upcoming. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Play action here on first down. And it's caught. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Good work to get the foot down after the grab. This running back, Kirk, might have been spending some time with those receiver drills.
Yeah, as you know, Chris, these running backs anymore in college football, they are really like glorified wide receivers because not only do they have to be excellent runners, but as you see here, the ability to be able to catch the ball and then the awareness to get a foot down to be able to stay in bounds for a nice gain.
Moving past the 25. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 20. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Yeah, I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. He hands it off from the gun. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. Receiver in motion now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The Sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch made on the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
The Hokies moving quickly down the field here. The DB's backing off from the line now. Runs through the defender. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
The important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that third down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And this one is caught. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be.
And is intercepted. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. And the single back takes the handoff. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Second and long, but you'd expect another one here to try to bleed the clock. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving. But there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands and work his magic.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Here's a throw underneath to the back. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year. And it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Well, Chris, this is why they're here, right? This is why they're in the postseason. You get to a critical moment in this game with the lead late in the game, a chance to really put this game away, and they convert.
First and goal. They play this right, they can pretty much put the game on ice. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. That's a second and goal play for the offense.